Hi there, Dave here, that foreign bloke in Udon Thani in Thailand. Okay, time for a moan. I'm in Central Plaza. I feel like shit. And I came to trying to switch my mobile phone provider because I'm not happy with dtac anymore. I've had them for 10 years, but not happy at all with the coverage, with the speed of the network. The internet connection is crap. So online, you can do it online if you're a Thai citizen. So, but that wouldn't work because you need an ID card number. So came to the AIS shop. Then they sent me to dtac. They said you've got to get a code from dtac. So I went to dtac. I had to pay my bill in advance before I've done anything, before I get a code, before I do anything. Then they sent me away and said I'll get a code in 10 minutes. Anyway, I got an SMS in 10 minutes to say it's starting the process, but it isn't starting the process because I haven't actually been. I need to go back to AIS and sign up with them. So I don't know whether they're going to start coming with strange requirements that I'm not happy with or not. Once I get there, because I'm a Falang, they might decide that suddenly I don't have any credit line or something like that, which I've had for 10 years with dtac. So it's all a bit of a backwards, arsey mess of a thing, and I'm a bit pissed off and I'm not feeling well. So yeah, rant over anyway. That's it. Mobile phone. So easy in Sweden. Well, maybe rant not over. So easy in Sweden to switch provider. You don't need to do anything. You just do it on your phone, basically. Anyway, that's it. I can't do anything else now. I've just got to waiting for some bloody code that I'm supposed to be getting within half an hour. Otherwise I have to go back to the dtac shop and sit and wait again and take another ticket and sit in the queue. It's like hours just to do something simple. Right, I've calmed down now after my little rant, my irritable moment. Just been to get some food in the market in Van Hoi, and yeah, it got sorted with the girl actually who did help us in the end in the AIS shop. Was very helpful and very nice. We had a bit of a job. We had two shops. One of the shops completely hopeless. They just left us standing around and waiting, and that was all a bit slow. But when we finally got served by somebody in the other shop, she was very helpful. So that's all sorted. So now move to AIS, so we should see how that goes. Anyway, I've got my food. Dale's still buying something in the market, and then we're going to go home. Okay, so all the paddies are being ploughed for rice, but this one up here is being sorted for growing grass for the buffaloes. We've obviously got the one where the buffalo pond is, so just getting him to do it, a special job here, so that most of this we can grow grass on. Obviously we need to have some place for the water to run away because it runs down there, but that's the idea, and I'll show you the other paddies that are already ploughed now. So obviously this one behind the house, that isn't getting ploughed, that's grass, that's the buffaloes field now. It's got the buffaloes pond and what have you and the grass, but as you can see here, all the paddies here are readied, ploughed, ready. We don't grow the rice here. Joe's sister grows rice here. We don't bother growing rice, but yeah, you can see ploughed and ready. So it's just a case of waiting for the coming and throwing down the rice seed and then waiting for it to start growing. They don't do the what they call the gar, where they plant the plant rice first and then replant it. They don't bother with doing that. It's too labour intensive, and you need a lot of people, and nobody wants to do that anymore. So they tend to just throw the rice down and it grows how it grows. They may just replant a little patch if it's a little bit bare or whatever, but anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that. I've shown it before. It's nothing very exciting, but something that's going on at the moment. Well, the temperature isn't the reading on the thermometer isn't what it was the last few weeks, but it's still very hot because we've had a bit of rain the last couple of days. Well, we had a lot of rain on Sunday night, I think it was, and then today's Thursday. We had a bit of rain last night, not much, but it's become humid, or more humid here and then again, and yeah, it's quite the sweaty one. But just take the buffaloes out. Everywhere is almost out of bounds now for taking the buffaloes, but we do have a couple of places at the back here, so I just went to have a look. But yeah, I'm going to go back now. I need a drink of water. I'm sweating like mad. Right, it doesn't look as dark in the camera as it is. There is rain, heavy rain due, so I'm going to go out now and have my walk quickly before that over there is over here. I think it's coming any time soon, and I normally would go out at 6 o'clock-ish, but I'm going to go now so that I can beat the rain, because if the rain comes, it might be the end of the chances I get to do any walking, and walking around the house for thousands of steps is not going to be too much fun. So yeah, I'm going to try and make a dash for it and see. Alright, well, I didn't get very far before the rain actually started falling, so I'm still a fair bit short on this, but I don't know. The forecast is for pretty much constant rain now all evening, so we'll have to see. I mean, it's not only the fact that it's raining or not, it's the fact that, well, the fact that the ground becomes almost... Well, it looks like the rain season's arrived. Definitely wet, that's for sure, and a bit flooded out here and there, but it's just stopped for a minute. But we're supposed to have pretty much rain wall to wall most of the next few days, so we will see. But it is certainly wet now, so looks that way. The hot season is over and the wet season is here. Now it is at the time of recording this, mid-May. By the time you see it, I don't know when it will be. I'll just let you know we have booked to go back to Sweden. We're going back to Sweden middle of June, so it'll be like 4.5 months, I think, in Sweden, then back in beginning of November. Flying Thai Airways this time, straight through to Stockholm. So yeah, as usual, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't begrudge Jo wanting to go there. Obviously she's got a daughter there, she loves the forest, we've got a house there and everything. But for me, I'd be quite happy just to stay here and just go for a visit rather than go for months at a time. But there you go. That's me. Anyway, we're going, and we make the most of it. So that's that. But now the rain seems to be easing up, so Jo's out planting things, making the most of the soft the soft earth and the wet. So I'm gonna get on with some stuff. It's Saturday, so it's a day off. Okay, well, that pause in the rain didn't last long. It's chucking it down now. Well, after a few days of rain and the start of the rainy season, there are mushrooms and Joe's been picking. Obviously, not quite the quantities that she picks in Sweden, of course, but yeah, I mean, these were just here on the farm and the neighbour's farm, so she's going to be doing something with them. And very good. Talking of Sweden, I don't know if I mentioned it, but we have booked to go back to Sweden. So exactly 1 month today, I think is the date. So we've got a month left. We've been here for 7, so yeah, it's probably time. So back to Sweden, and then the summer and early autumn in Sweden. The usual stuff, and back here then. So I'm already looking at flights back to Thailand. And we haven't left yet, but the flights to Sweden are booked, so that's all, you know, done and dusted. Guys, a very good morning. Haven't been doing much filming lately, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing today. I went and bought a solar pump yesterday, so I started, but I didn't have time because it was time to work. Plus I wasn't feeling very well. But I started getting ready to set up a way of irrigating this paddy. We've had it prepared, that section there. I did show you that the other day when the tractor was there. I think it's going to be for the water runoff, and I think Joe's just going to plant some rice there. But basically the main part of it, we're going to grow grass for the buffaloes. But that needs irrigating. It needs irrigating beforehand, and it needs irrigating when there's no rain. Now, we had a very wet few days, but that's finished, and we're now back to hot blue sky, sunny days. So solar pump it is. So I'm going to go on with that, and let's see how we go. Yeah, it does get hot now, in a different kind of way. After the rains, it's not quite as hot as it was temperature wise, air temperature. Yesterday I think it was up at about 38, but 37, 38, but it's humid, of course, because of the rains that we've had. So that does have a bit of make it a bit of a challenge, but anyway, we get on with that. Got quite a lot of jobs to do over the next 4 weeks before we depart for 4.5 months, so we need to get stuff done. Well, I'm absolutely knackered, and as is the rule with me and solar pumps, it doesn't work. So I'm going to have to leave it, I think, and come back to it at a later stage. I don't know what's wrong now. I'm just absolutely knackered. I'm not very pleased. Right, the pump's finally pumping, but there's no water coming out, so I might have to fill that again, but let's have a look and see. We're getting somewhere anyway. I'm not sure why it's not pumping continuously, but it is pumping water, as you can see. So that is a definite improvement, and it's what it's pumping is pumping quite decent, as you can see, but keeps stopping. Now, is that something to do with it having too much whack from the cell and the management? There's a circuit board under the red cover there. I've already been in to check the polarity and things, which was the problem actually. I don't know why, but when I multi-tested it struck me that the polarity was wrong, so I sorted that, and that's when I got it working. But it's a bit of a strange one. Okay, I'm just going to go up and move the hose that's from the solar pump. We're trying to not exactly flood, but as much as we can this field, so that Joe's basically going to plant the rice as you would, plant the grass as you would rice when you replant the rice, when you grow the gar first and then replant it, which is what people think of as planting rice. So we're going to try and get it nice and wet. Obviously the pump is doing this cycling on and off thing, which I think is to do with the fact that it's plugged directly to the solar panel, and it's probably a bit too powerful for that. So the electronic management is turning it on and off. That's the only thing I can think of. I think probably if I used my charge controller and had a battery and connected the pump to the battery, it would work in a more consistent way without cycling. But it's working fine. I came out and switched it on this morning about 9 o'clock and it was already good, and it's good till about 4 o'clock, so the sun gets a bit low and there's too many trees just up here, so for the time being working just fine, so we stick with what we got. Right, so I'm pretty pleased with that. It's not quite, I'd like it to be going permanently pumping. We did try the butterfly this morning, which I wanted just to flood it like we're doing, so we'll carry on doing that. But yeah, it's okay. I'm happy enough with that. It's doing this job. Bit of a wind's blowing up now. It's very hot again today. So I don't know whether the wind is because there's a clash between the hot air here and some colder air somewhere else, but yeah, hot. And I was just thinking about videos and editing. There's me filming, of course, all of this. Not sure when you're going to see this, but it's where are we now? We're in the second half of May. So I'm not sure when this video will actually come out. I did put a couple of videos out at the end of March, beginning of April, and I haven't managed to put out a video now in like a month. I've had a few comments on social medias about that. People missing the videos. I'd like to get videos out, but I just don't seem to be able to find the motivation to edit at the minute. So that's the problem, really. But I am going to start. Obviously, I will probably have more time on my hands and more motivation when I go back to Sweden, because we've been in Sweden for 4.5 months, and I find it kind of boring there, so I'll have time on my hands, and editing videos might be a way out of that boredom. But anyway, that's how it is. So we're going to carry on. We've got a few errands to do today, so today is a holiday for me, so we've got a couple of days off now extra, so that's good. Now we're going to try homegrown pineapple for the first time. Well, it's very good, but it's a bit warm, which is strange because it's just been picked and it was in the sun. But yeah, very nice. Recommend my own homegrown. Yeah, excellent pineapple, homegrown, first time. We've had pineapples on the farm here since the first year, 2017. Joe planted a whole row of pineapples for me, but I never got to eat one because, unfortunately, at that time I could only come for short periods, and pineapples being ready to eat didn't coincide with me being here, so eventually we got rid of them. But we planted a few here and there over the years, and same thing, never got around to eating them. But this year we've got a few that are ready, and that one was ready. That one's the most in the sun, most prominently, so, but there's more there, so I should get to eat a few pineapples. So yeah, very good. I mean, we've got loads of mangoes, excuse me, loads of mangoes, but I've not managed to get to eat any pineapple until now, so yeah, thumbs up for that. Alright, I'm off to bring the buffaloes in, but I've got to go through this. It's a bit of a jungle, unfortunately, because there's not many places to take them to graze now, out, because everybody's getting ready for rice, so they're ploughing and planting rice and so on. So this is a bit of a trek through the undergrowth here, but I'm glad that they can get out still. This is a neighbour's farm, obviously we can't take them there. But yeah, I'm glad they can get out, and because we've had some rain, well, a while back, but it did spark the grass growing, so they can stand and graze all day, which is good. Anyway, I'm going to find my way through all this here undergrowth and go and bring them in. It's been incredibly hot today. Not far off sundown, and well, it is, the sun's about going down over there, and it's 39 degrees still, so it's been very sort of humid and close. Anyway, not to worry, we will go and find them if we get through this mess, and take them home for the night.